Don't you know that they'll be watching, waiting for him and failure? He ran on making up a million ways for you to tell her.
You don't know how to get to Rick's Rex? Well, I'm going to tell you. You take the I-69 bypass, loop off on Dog Lick Road, whip up 13th Street, and hang a right, baby, and you're here.
Your denim is a forest, while you're hiding up a tree. It's too bad opportunity doesn't come along with a lifetime guarantee. Yeah. Where there's a wind and shot an empty breaking line, nobody's gonna get.
Hey, dude, what'd you have for breakfast? Golly!
If you're the missing link of season, I'm the brink of straight up in more than you can.
Well, hey, if you don't like fixing things and making them just like brand used, this channel may not be for you. Hey, it's Rick here, and welcome back to another episode of RCindustry. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to take the automatic choke heat sense little apparatus thingy, and we took that off of the CrustyChrysler. You saw that in one of the previous episodes. And it should fit into this intake manifold on this 318. So what I want to do is put that on there and try to hook up the choke, because this old girl is really, until it gets warmed up, man, it just don't want to run. Now once it's warmed up, it runs like a brand used one. Anyway, come along, check out what we get done to the old war wagon. Okay, well, let's see what we can get done here. Oh, you have to have a freaking ladder to get up on this thing. All right. It's got a long enough one of them doogie whoppers on it, that's for sure. Finally. Let's get that off of there. Let's get this up off of here. Oh. Yeah, come on now. Let's play friendly. Get that out of there. And what we got is this piece right here that we took off the CrustyChrysler. And even though this has got the heat sensor in it for the lean burn, I don't think we really need that on here. There would be no place to hook it up. So, but I think it'll sit down in here, but we need to get this off of there. And let's see, I got some wrenches here. I got a screwdriver. Let's see if we can get that off of there. Oh yeah, I forgot my zip tie here. Zip ties fix everything, I think. Well, we don't need that little piece. Let's see about a wrench here to take that bolt out of there. Nice thing about this old Dodge is, you know, about 3 wrenches and you can take this whole car, this whole truck apart. You know, maybe 5 different sizes and you got her, baby. You get much newer than this, and then you got all kinds of metric stuff thrown in there and all that kind of stuff. I don't really dig that. Well, I like these older ones. Feel like I can work on it. Might need that, you just never know. This thing out of the way. And let's see once if this will fit down in there. That, just like brand used, baby. Alright, let me get that bolted in there and I'll show you more. Alright, sorry for the wind, guys, and all the lawn mowing going on. You know, it's that season again already. So let me show you what it did here. Of course, this mounted in here, and it was made for a thermoquad setup. So the rod kind of, if you remember, the rod came over this way and came up. So I bent the rod the other way and got it to function. Well, then this apparatus here needed to be over here, but I couldn't find a bracket. You know, I went and dug through my old carburetor stuff and came up with all kinds of stuff here, but so what I wound up doing was taking a piece off of an old carburetor that has this pivot on it, and then I bent the lever here that's hooked to the spring down here that gets tighter as it gets hotter and pulls down. And so, and then I put this nail. There's a nail that lays in beside this because I didn't want it pivoting here. I only want it to pivot here. So what I'm going to do now is cut those off, because you have to use some zip ties or it just wouldn't be like brand used. Okay, so I got those off of there. Now, theoretically, when this starts, the choke plate's closed. So when this starts, as this warms up, this should pull open and open up the choke plate. So I don't know if it'll work or not. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Okay, let's zoom in on that carburetor plate a little. And you sit there and watch that. I'm going to start it up and let's see what happens. Well, that ain't going to work. It just doesn't have enough movement. It pulls it a little bit, but what happens is when you rev it up, then the lever over here that's hooked to the fast idle cam, it shuts it again. So that's not going to work. So let's come up with another plan. Okay, guys. Well, it would have been better if we just had the mechanism that goes here and the proper one of these doogie whoppers, but we don't, and we make things like brand used here. So you saw me hook this up. This works, but it doesn't pull it quite far enough to get it off fast idle, so the plate tends to stay shut after it gets warm, and then it doesn't run right. You heard that. So what I did was I hooked the choke cable up to this lever here, and so whenever it gets warm, you can rev it up and pull out the old choke cable, and it will hold this plate open then. Now, right now it's gotten warm enough sitting here that this is actually holding it down. But it takes so long for that to happen that, you know, I don't want it like that. So anyway, this is going to work right now. Is it fixed right? Absolutely not. Is it fixed the way that I do stuff to make it work here around the house? Yeah. So anyway, let's see what else we can do to this thing. All right, show you more. Okay, well, another thing I want to do today to this thing is I bought some cushions at a garage sale yesterday, and I want to take the seat out of this thing, get it up on a workbench here, or get it up on some sawhorses, and I want to fix the broken springs. We may have to do some welding, and then I want to take those old cushions and cut them out of their whatever, you know, they're in like a material thing. So I'm going to cut those out, and then we're going to secure those across that seat, and then we're going to take some of that leather like we used in the CrustyChrysler, and we're going to make some swanky suede in this thing too. Come along for the ride. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the air gun here, and we're going to zip these little babies off the bottom of the mounts on this seat. I already did the other side. first thing we're going to do is spray them a little bit, and then we'll buzz them off here. Alright, show you more. Okay, well, it's hard to see these bolts. They are right there and right here. So we can get this dirt knocked off of here best we can. Careful not getting any of it in our eyes or on the camera lens. So let's put a little spray up in here. Up in here. I don't know if you can see that. Let's put a little spray up in here. I'm sure that's going to get on the camera lens as well. Okay. Now, let's take our impact wrench and get these off of here. Okay, well, let's see if we can get this thing out of here. Go around on the other side here. Man, this thing's heavy. Whew. Whew. Okay, I think what I want to do is take this back off of here. There should be a bolt that holds it here and on that end, and that'll give us two separate pieces because now I'm afraid we got a little work to do on this. So alright, show you more. Be able to get these off with Phillips. Fancy plastic trim piece there. Ooh, there's a spider. There's a dead one now. Alright, let's set it down there. Yeah, there's our bolt. I'm assuming that'll come out of there. I don't know. Well, that was easy. Whoa! Set this one off to the side. Okay, let's see what we got here. Got some old feed sacks in here. Some duct tape. Gotta have that. Somebody else was in here trying to make this like brand used before me, I think. Oh, goodness, that's just destroyed. And there's views. Man, somebody's... there's a 22 shell all embedded down in that seat where we've been riding. That's nice. It's actually not as bad as I thought, believe it or not. I think we can make this work. Yeah, I think we can make this work. Oh, there's a whole bunch more shells down in here. Look at that. Shorts and longs, and I'd say somebody had a 22 rifle. What do you reckon? Can't imagine that in an old work truck. Well, I think that's all of them that's down in there. So we wound up with, looks like, whoops, that one on the floor. Well, looks like we wound up with 4 or 5 of them there, 6, 7, 8, and one short. So, all right, let's go get the foam pillows that we bought. Now, Fred, I told you that these were for the War Wagon, not the CrustyChrysler. Okay, let's see here what we got once. These things don't look like they got zippers anywhere, so I guess we're just going to have to cut them out of there. Damn, somebody farted and blew a hell of a hole in that seat. Hey dude, what'd you have for breakfast? Golly! Okay, so let's cut this. Boy, that's some good shit there, buddy. Yeah, I got these at the garage sale yesterday, and I got 4 of them for $8, $2 a piece, and that's cheaper than I can go down to Joann's and buy some of this foam. So I figured, hey, you know, let's just do it this way. Now, obviously, this is still pretty good, so what I want to do, let's get rid of this. And surprisingly, the springs are still good. I thought maybe they were broke down. So let's kind of cut this out a little. Like right through here. Sort of dull my knife up good. Cut her across here. Now I'm only going to go down a couple of inches. And then I'm going to take in this stuff and move it all into here. And then we'll put this white stuff over it. And if anybody's ever cut this foam before, you know it'll dull your knife real quick. But you know what? I need to sharpen this knife anyway. So I ain't too worried about it. Not today anyway. Now when I forget to sharpen it and I go to use it, I might have a different story then. But alright, you see what I'm doing here, you get the point. So let me get this cleaned out and then I'll show you more. Okay, so kind of cleaned out this big fart hole here, and we're going to take some of these, put down in there, and we're going to put this piece down in here like that, and then we're going to lay this piece, tuck him in over here like this. There. Now we'll take our swanky suede and we'll put that over the whole thing here. I might actually work in a piece down here. I don't know. We'll see how it does. Alright, show you more. Now I'm going to put some duct tape on this too, and just to kind of hold this foam in place while we install the swanky suede. Oops. Okay, I think that's going to hold us. So let's get the cow skin up here and see what we can do. All right, show you more. Man, this old seat's heavy. Okay, let's see what we got here. I think that'll work pretty good. Now what we're going to do is, like if you watched when we did the back seat in this CrustyChrysler, we're just going to come up here. I'm not going to take all these hog rings off and all that. We're going to come up here and we're going to take and cut this somewhat close to this. Then we're going to take zip ties and we're going to zip tie this to this frame all the way around. And we'll pull it somewhat tight to give it a little bit of, you know, contour. Is that a good word? Yeah, contour. So we'll do that. And anyway, all right, so let me get busy with that, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Well, let's see. We're getting down here to the end. You just gotta kind of, sometimes you just gotta get in here and just start whacking on this stuff. Alright, let's get some of these cut off of here. Alright, let's flip this baby up. Let's see what we got. Looks like some swanky suede to me, guys. Okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the other piece, the back piece here, and then we'll put this baby back together and let's go put it in the truck. All right, show you more. Okay, well, let's put this thing together. Oh, I gotta tell you, this bottom piece is heavy. Fingers in there, it's rough. She don't slide like she used to with this swanky suede on there. Hey, some money falling out of there. That's a good thing, I guess. Look at there. 2 pennies. That side. Well, that's the deal here. There we go. Is that thing? Oh, there it is. Okay, I was trying to see where the hole was. Couldn't see it. All right, let's see if we can get this in here. That thing's broke a little, but you know that's all right. I'd say that's just like brand used there, baby. Oh, this thing's a killer, man. This weighs more than the cab. Too far. Doggone it. There. Let's get some bolts in that. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming along today on the War Wagon. it's been quite a battle. But we did get that choke to kind of work, so I think it'll at least run and warm up now, and then we can pull that thingy out and lock at the throttle plate and do all that kind of good stuff. And we got some cool looking seats. I appreciate you coming along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Be sure and ring that bell. That does something. I think it tells you when the next video comes out. And we have been putting a lot of videos out lately. We decided to take that challenge that John was talking about on his forum one night for the No Name Nationals. What in the world is all them sirens? Well, anyway, so we have been putting out a lot of videos. We're going to continue to do that for another couple of weeks, and then we're going to get back to just putting out our videos on Wednesdays and Sundays like we always did. So thanks for coming along, thanks for sharing, and as always, remember, we make things just like brand used here, baby.
Do you find it that hard to believe that all the wrong is done, and it has not always been me? Say, whoa, do you feel it's that important to win? Though you know I'm wild, you could have never been. Could have never been. I said, do you find it that hard to conceive where you thought me blind? I do see. I said, whoa, do you know that confidence is killing?